Hello, welcome to this week's episode of the Old Pods podcast. I'm Alan, this is Paul.
Hello.
This week we are talking all things sci-fi, continuing our weekly run through favourites from the genre. Not necessarily best or most popular, but just notable ones from our past that are noteworthy. So we'll kick things straight off. Do you want to jump in with the first one, Lawson? We'll just go back and forth.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in early and probably get on your nerves.
Oh, okay, it goes.
Come on, what am I gonna say?
What a way to fucking start. I bet it's Equilibrium.
It's fucking Equilibrium.
What a load of shit.
Equilibrium is a
Why would
banger.
you do that right at the fucking start?
Equilibrium is brilliant. It's
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 not.
pure. It's pure style, and it's an incredibly emotional and moving story.
Who the fuck are you trying to kid?
It's great. It's got like fucking gung fu and stuff. Doing all the kung fu shit with pistols. It's great.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
awesome. God, when did it come out? I remember we went to see it at the cinema after a heavy session. It must have been early 2000s, 2002. What's his name? Patrick Bateman. Christian Bale.
Yeah, because it looked
Yeah.
like it was going to be kind of like a Matrix-y kind of film, doesn't it?
It came out on the wave of the Matrixy type stuff. Yeah. Everybody was in like long black trench coats. They were set in a future world where emotion was suppressed among everybody to prevent wars and conflict. But all emotions ended up being suppressed. The good ones like joy and love and stuff like that.
Yeah, Joy of the movie.
Art was banned, music's banned, everything's banned essentially, and it follows the main character is a cleric who hunts down sense offenders, people who feel. But of course, he starts to feel himself, and he uses his expert training in gun kung fu to bring down the system that oppresses everyone. And it's mint. It's absolutely, it's super stylish. He's got caught in it. He's got a
Absolutely shit. That's what it is. It's not mint. It's
in it. Um, yeah, I loved it. It's very silly. It's ridiculous. It's absolute nonsense, but it's very stylish. And it came out at just the right time. It was in the mid, as we said, in the midst of that Matrix wave of sort of super cool, like almost anime kind of action, completely nonsensical. Looks like bloody ballet or interpretive dance. Looking back, but at the time, oh man, it was
no.
just
At the time,
as
it looked
cool
like
as that.
that as well.
Oh, Mets man, you're just.
I'm just jaded by the shit movie.
uh,
Even at the
yeah,
time, I'd never seen something as ridiculous and go, right, well, get your pistols, and if you move in a certain way, you'll not get shot.
they use the special, what's it called? Gun cutter. That was
Force.
it. Gun cutter, which optimizes the analyze every possible outcome of a firefight, and therefore they know how to do shooty stuff without getting hit by other bullets. It's fucking mad. It's absolutely mad. Completely mad as a box of frogs. Brilliant. As cheesy as you like. Like that film with beers with the lads is just mint because it's complete nonsense.
Put a beer in my head the next time you're up or I'm down or everyone will watch that movie and you'll hear me twist about it the entire fucking time.
Ah, you twisted about everything. Where we used to listen to you twisting.
This is
Um,
true.
yeah, it's all very derivative, but
Yeah.
very fun, very enjoyable. Meds hates it.
I hate it. Hate it with a passion. Like, I don't get why everybody loves it so much.
It's mint.
It's not
That
though.
bit where like he jumps off the car roof or something, and he lands in the group of them guys, and he just blasts the shit out of them. It's so cool, cool as you like. And that fight at the end where they having like a fist fight with guns, and they keep like slapping, doing wah 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 with the guns, slapping them out of each other's faces when they like trying to shoot each other.
It's
It's just cool
ridiculous
as
though.
ice. Oh,
It's
it's
like a
mental.
parody. It's like a parody movie. It's a
It's
complete piss take.
like watching it at the time. It was so cool. It was just the coolest thing ever. Looking back at it now, it's fucking ridiculous, but brilliant for it. It's as camp as a row of tents, and I love it. It's so serious and poor faced, but you kind of do now but enjoy it. Yeah.
Oh, I can't. I can't. I think that the only redeeming quality in it, and I said it before the last time I was twisting about it, is that I quite like the little touch how it's all quite monotone and quite black and white because they can't have emotions and they can't have feelings. And then the more he kind of sort of comes out of that, you can see the hue and the saturation build in the
They
shots.
start adding colour into the film,
Yeah, they
yeah.
start putting
Yeah.
colour into it, and throughout the
People's
movie,
clothes start to have
it comes to life
clothes
a
in
little
it,
bit.
yeah.
Comes away from the grey kind of shade of the entire movie.
Yeah. And it's got
But
Sean Bean in it, and he dies. Of
shock,
course. Spoilers, yeah.
shock.
Yeah. Great film.
Mm,
Great
mm,
film. Just
yeah,
get that one
well,
out the way early.
good. Fucking, how was that? 6 minutes, 6 minutes of shit movie.
Joy.
Okay, now, okay.
Right,
Right,
come
I'll
on
do
then.
one now. I'll try and keep the tone low based on the bar. All right, there we go. This is one I've got on my list. This is 90s sci-fi, as 90s as it gets. Action, martial arts, cool guns, time travel.
What the hell could this be? 90s.
Yeah. A-list celebrity at the time.
Timecop?
Timecop, there we
Timecop.
go.
Yeah, Timecop was sick, yeah.
Timecop
Van
was
Damme, yeah.
sick. It was Van Damme at his peak. And I think
Yeah.
it was the last kind of big hit that I think Van Damme had
It was
potentially.
certainly one of his later ones, yeah.
Yeah, and it was brilliant.
It is
Like
cool, like,
the
yeah.
effects were cool as fuck.
At
The
the
time
time,
travel
yeah, yeah.
concepts were cool
Uh,
as fuck. That Van Damme was just Van Damme as possible in every scene. Like, can you remember the fight that he has in the apartment when somebody tries to break in and assassinate him? And he's fighting in the kitchen in his pants, of course, as he does.
yes, yes,
And
I
he
remember
goes,
that,
and
yeah.
the floor is wet and the floor gets electrocuted. So he jumps
He's
and he
trying to
does the
tase
splits
him,
in between the
yeah.
two benches.
Aye,
And he's just sitting in
yeah.
the splits across the benches.
That was peak, that, like, yeah. And he had a great mullet in it as well. His mullet was fantastic in
Oh, yeah,
that.
he did. He did. He did.
Yeah, yeah, Timecop was great. I remember because they in like a shuttle, aren't they, to go back in
Yes.
time, and it
Yeah.
shoots them through a portal, and
And it
that's that
like
big wavy
warps.
kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, like that Stargate kind of
Yeah.
wobble. In reality, that at the time that was like mind blowing computer
Oh, it was
effects.
fantastic.
It was, yeah, it was unbelievable. It was a
And in
proper trailer
94,
shot. That.
95, I think it came out, and it was just,
Yeah, it must have been I.
the effects were great.
Yeah, Timecop. I remember the bad guy being good in it as well. I can't remember his name. I can see his face clear as day. He had a beard, didn't he? He was like a corporate. I think
Yeah, yeah.
he was trying to do like financial crimes, wasn't he, by going into the past?
Yeah, because I don't
Um,
remember, and I should know his name. I'll have a look now, actually, because
wasn't he
the
a
actor that
senator
played
or
him was
something?
really good.
Wasn't Andy
Obviously, he
Garcia?
played him from the future when he was jaded and fucking
Yes.
evil as this come. But
Uh,
in the past, he was still quite young and still quite vain. 94, it came out.
wasn't he like a mayor or a senator or something like that? He was a politician of some sort, I'm sure.
The senator, Ron Silver.
Ron Silver. Yeah.
So, yeah, but it was absolutely great. The action was fantastic. I still remember one of the early scenes in the mall when there's somebody robs a bag or something like that, and he like clocks the robber before he gets away, and he goes over to catch him. But instead of like catching him or collar him or anything like that, he just puts his foot up in his face like a sidekick and just
Yes. Yeah,
holds his
yeah.
foot, and he like stalls the robber, and the robber's shocked, and you get a side view, and he says, "Read it," and he says like "cat" or something like that,
Yes.
like the brand of his shoes, and he says, "No, no," and between the lines, and he says, "Oh, I should get the fuck out of here," and he says, "Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, yeah. Because doesn't he have a wife or something at the beginning,
yeah,
and she dies or something, and that I think is that like that's what inspires him to be a time cop.
yeah."
That he because he wants to go back or something like that. I'm sure that's something. It's been a long
Yeah,
time since I watched
his
Time
wife
Cop.
dies, and
His
I
wife
think
dies,
she's
but
either
it's
pregnant or she's got a kid or something
yeah,
like that, and he goes back. And the time when he's going back and he's chasing this guy, he's chasing the senator from the future, is the same time period as all that scene in the mall happens. But it's great, great movie, great fun, great 90s Van Damme action.
yeah,
There's much better. I've got a couple of 90s one in here actually tonight, today.
yeah, yeah. I did like Time Cop. Yeah, I mean, I liked. I think I like most of Van Damme's films. I honestly can't think of a bad one he made.
I did. I was a big Van Damme fan when I was young. Like I know going away from sci-fi a little bit, but like
Yeah.
we'll do a martial arts one. But I mean,
Yeah, we'll do it.
Bloodsport was an all-time favourite.
Bloodsport. Oh man, Kickboxer. Oh,
Kickboxer was
he's dancing in
fantastic.
the bar.
Oh
Brilliant
yeah,
seeing that. Yeah, he made one called The Quest, where it was like a tournament film.
yes, yeah, yeah,
Well, another tournament film. I think he was like an Irishman or something, wasn't he, or a Frenchman?
Was he
Went to
not a
the tournament.
Legionnaire?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might be it. Yeah, I remember that being really good. That had someone famous in, maybe Roger Moore, I think.
they did have
Or
Roger Moore in the
was it
quest.
Roger Moore? Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, someone famous. They're all really famous. Uh, yeah, Van Damme made some banging films. He made a good
Yeah,
one
he
with
did.
Dennis Rodman. Was it called Double Team? Double
Oh,
Take?
yeah, yeah, that's
That
a
was
classic.
great. That way, he was like
Yeah,
a spy. He was like a James Bondy type super
yeah, it
spy
was
or
a
something
great
like that.
movie.
Yeah. That was wicked. That. Anyway, we'll save all them for a
Yeah, we'll see it
Claude Van
then.
Damme
I
episode.
remember. I remember. It's another sci-fi one actually, but Cyborg, a Van Damme film, is a lesser
Oh, that
known
was one
one.
of his earlier ones, wasn't it? That
One
was
of his earlier ones. That's
before he
that's
was
pretty good
really
as well.
big.
That's worth a
Yeah,
watch if you're looking for something a bit obscure and a bit dated. Um, Look out for Cyborg. And it's a good shot. I had that on VHS with. It came in like a. It was a 3-pack VHS with. It had Bloodsport, Cyborg, and what was the other one? Death Warrant.
Oh, Death Warrant. Yeah,
Yeah, the three movies across two VHS tapes. But I mean, I just had Bloodsport on repeat.
yeah. He made some films like, didn't he?
Yeah,
Fucking AWOL. That was another good one.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Um, yeah. Anyway, Van
Yeah, we'll
Damme.
see a Van
We'll do
Damme.
a
We'll see a
Van.
Van
We'll
Damme
do a
for
Van Damme
martial
episode
arts.
one day. Um,
Yeah, Van
yeah.
Damme episode by the power of Van Damme.
Career retrospective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I've got a few to think of here. For time's sake, I'll go with one I really want to talk about early. It's one from, when is it? 2014. It's called The Signal. Um, it was a this one was a proper weird one, and when I first watched it, I was almost like stunned by how, like, just like mad it was, like a bit mad, but not sort of. It's not like a crazy wacky film. It's
Mhm.
just very. It's almost like experimental, like it's got a proper like energy to it. That's sort of. It's
Yeah, yeah.
just. It's a strange old film, and I can't really say much about it without giving too much away about the story, and I would avoid looking into spoilers because I think you'd really enjoy it. I think the ending. I think you would love the ending. It would tick
Okay.
like all of your boxes. I think the basic premise of it is it starts off. I think it starts off as like a found footage, like like it's a bunch of kids and they looking for I think they're looking for signs of UFOs and space aliens and men in black and that kind of stuff. And I think they're talking to a guy, a hacker, or he's a guy who talks to them on the computer, saying, "Oh, you need to go here and look for this," and there's evidence and stuff like that. Anyway, they have like laptops and cameras and stuff, and it follows their cameras, and it looks like a found footage film at first, but then there's like this big freaky event where they go out in the desert, and there's this big event, and the main character wakes up in like a hospital room, and Lawrence Fishburne's there and talking to him, like he's sort of like, do you understand me? Are you okay? Do you know the date and stuff like that? And he's talking to this kid, but he's very vague, and he won't really tell him what's going on. And everybody's in hazmat suits. There's like everybody he sees walking past, because he's in a room by himself, and everybody sees walking past the windows. They're all in like hazmat suits, and they're always in a big rush and stuff like that. And it's all just pure, clean, white rooms. It's very sterile, and they won't let him out, and they won't like have it. He's not allowed to have any contact with anybody, and he's trying to figure out what went on. And there's not really much I can say beyond that, but it just takes like at one point it takes like a really big weird left turn. Like, all right, this is a different movie entirely. But it's just the tone of it's really, I don't know, it's hard to nail down. And it didn't get good reviews, I don't think. A few people gave it like a few reviews and stuff I've seen have said it's like it's good in that it's got like a real sort of like the energy of somebody who's just starting out and wants to like proper, like this is my chance, I'm going to go for it, sort of thing.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah,
like a real like exuberance to it, and it doesn't sort of shy away from what it wants to do, even though the story's a bit sort of flat and somewhat predictable as well, really. But it ends on a real sort of bang of a couple of scenes near the end. Um, yeah, and it's got a bit of it like a teen romance, tug on the heartstrings type thing. I really enjoyed it. It's very strange tonally, but very good. Really, a really good film. Just yeah, don't know,
I'll
don't
check
know,
it out
don't know really what to say beyond that without spoiling it. But
without
I really
spoiling it.
enjoyed
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ending. Yeah, I thought the ending was really cool. Little bit cheesy, a bit sort of a bit ridiculous, somewhat signposted as well. But I really enjoyed
yeah.
it. It seemed like something that was like it seems like a film that somebody really wanted to make, and they got the chance, and by God, they made it.
And they went for it. Yeah,
Yeah, like it's a bit daft. Yeah, cool. And when I say daft, it's not like silly or ridiculous. It's just like a bit sort of frenetic and a bit mind-boggling at times. And yeah, but yeah, great film. Absolutely worth a watch. I think you'll really enjoy the end of it, Mens. I think the ending will proper tick your box. There's like a couple of scenes at the end which are like, fuck, this is awesome.
yeah, yeah. I'll give it a go. Definitely, that sounds right up my
Yeah,
street.
very stylish as well. Like a really sort of yeah, like the way it's shot, and certainly again those like ending scenes, like the sort of the third act essentially, like
Mm.
very very cool looking, very stylish, very very strong visual design to it. Yeah, good film.
Yeah,
It's not many people seem to know of it. It seems to have gone slipped completely under the radar. I don't know if it even got a theater release or even or if it got any kind of video on demand release or anything like that. It just appeared one day and I watched it. Can't remember even when
yeah.
I saw it the
Just having
first
a look
time,
at
but
the scores for it now.
yeah, I think it got very average scores. Just
Yeah, it's
very
middle of the
very
board,
six
six
out
out
of
of
ten
10,
type stuff. Yeah,
60%, that kind of
aye,
range.
but yeah, 100% worth a watch.
Oh, is that the main guy in it? The main guy is Brenton Thwaites. He's the guy from
I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm on Wikipedia now. Yeah, Brenton Thwaites. I don't know who he is.
he's Nightwing from the Titans TV show.
I don't know any of those words you just said to me, man.
Yes, you do. Come on.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
but
it,
he's
so
good.
I
He's
can.
really,
Yeah.
really good.
Oh
Yeah,
well, that's
he's
him.
a
Yeah,
good actor. Really likable character, actually, or he certainly is in Titans, anyway.
yeah, yeah. He's
All
the main
right, yeah,
character in that. Yeah.
I'll give it a go. Yeah, okay, so my next one is, I mean, as much as I didn't want to name any of the big ones, so like I've tried to stay away from obviously Back to the Future and Ghostbusters
Oh yeah,
and
yeah. I've tried to keep to the
yeah,
yeah,
I mean Star Wars. You could probably just get an episode alone out of
yeah.
different
Star Wars.
Star Wars properties that you can run through. But I couldn't do a sci-fi movie section without putting Independence Day in there.
Yeah, Independence Day seems to get a bit forgotten, doesn't it?
It does, it
Because
does,
of
it
that, I
really
think
does,
mainly
and
because of
it
the
really shouldn't.
dreadful sequels that they did.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to talk about the sequels because they're atrocious. But the original one, I went to see it opening weekend in
Fame, yeah.
a shitty little cinema in the middle of Sunderland. My dad took me, and it is one of my favourite cinema experiences of my life.
Mm.
It was fucking so good, fantastic. The effects were
Mhm.
mind-boggling.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was it was a new bar for special effects. I think
yeah. Definitely.
at the time.
Yeah, I was just thinking as well because I saw it. I saw it well when it opened. As soon as it opened as well, pretty much as soon as it opened. I was a kid and I went to see it down Teesside, down Showcase.
Yeah,
Uh, and I like it did have it had the feeling of being like a new type, not new type of film, but in the way they say that Jaws was the first blockbuster. Like
yeah,
Independence Day struck me as like it's like a blockbuster plus.
yeah. It
It
was
was
like a
like
new wave of
such a massive like yeah sort of I don't know yeah like a new milestone sort of thing because the scope of it was just massive and the effects seemed they were so like the stuff like the ships coming into the atmosphere, and it was all the clouds and stuff like it
yeah,
was unbelievable. It was
just the
mind blowing.
rolling clouds coming across the cities.
The scale of it. You couldn't believe it at the time. Yeah, it wasn't just big, but it looked real as well. It
Yeah,
really looked real. Yeah.
that was great. It deserves more credit than it possibly get. I mean, at the time, it got a lot of credit. It did very well,
Who made it?
but
Was it Spielberg?
I don't know. I should have that queued up to be able to tell you, but I don't know. Independence Day.
96 it came out. Hell's Teeth. God. Roland Emmerich?
Yeah, okay.
Ah, I thought it was a Spielberg
I
affair.
mean, the cast's fantastic, isn't it? The cast alone: Will Smith, Bill Pullman, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah,
a proper like tentpole film of the day. It was massive.
yeah, yeah. It was great. I'm just looking through now. Just even looking at the stills that come up when you Google it, the great all the connecting stories that ran through it
Yeah, because
were great.
there was two or three storylines, wasn't there? And I remember
Yeah,
at the
so there
time
was
everybody was saying it was really long. It was such a like it was far too long of a film. And and yeah, but it was good. There was never like a dull moment in it. It was always something really good going on.
Yeah, I was looking at the
Right.
score as well. The scores are not great for it either. Like 7 out of 10 IMDb, 68% Rotten Tomatoes. Like I
I
don't
think when
know.
we look back at it through our adult eyes, ugh, sorry, big yawn. Looking back through our adult eyes, it's incredibly cheesy. It's like it's almost unbearably cheesy at times. The flag
Probably,
waving,
but I
it's
mean,
it's like it's borderline like a Michael Bay film at times. It's so over the top. It
yeah,
definitely
there
deserves
is a
higher than
couple of
that. I
bits
mean,
actually.
it's
When you say that, there's a couple moments that spring to mind, like the bit in the tunnel when there's a flame blast coming through from an explosion, and the
the
dog
dog.
jumps through the door. That's a bit cheesy.
Yeah, that was
That's a bit
that
cheesy.
was and still is legendary. That the dog not
Yeah.
getting vaporized.
Well, Jeff Goldblum played a great character in it. He was my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah, he's a
Um,
scientist or something, isn't he? Yeah.
yeah, he was. Yeah, Will Smith was fantastic, and he pulled off some great one-liners. Him and his mate were the fighter jets.
Yes. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
fighter
and his
pilots. Yeah.
mate obviously got took out quite early on.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah. Independence Day was brilliant. Blowing up the White House, just like iconic scene.
yeah,
Of the alien death beams that were flattening everything.
was his timer, wasn't it? It was his timer. Jeff Goldblum figured it out. He said, "Oh, it's not a signal. It's not interference.
It was
It's a timer. It's
coordination.
a countdown. Yeah, it's a
They were
coordinated attack."
coordinating. Yeah.
Bill
Yeah.
Pullman's classic Independence Day speech.
Gives his speech on
Yeah.
his fighter jet, doesn't he? Because he was a pilot. God bless America.
Randy Quaid flying the jet into the
Mm-hmm.
beam at the end. Spoilers if you've
Yes.
not seen
Yeah.
fucking Independence Day.
Independence Day. Yeah. Yeah. He figured it out, didn't he? Yeah. He blew up the laser,
Yeah,
and he realized that was the weak point. And he could
yeah.
take
While
him out
Will
after
Smith
that.
and Jeff Goldblum were up in space, and
Yeah. They turned the
they
shields off.
put a virus in it. Yeah.
Yeah. They turned off the shields so they could attack the ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I watched one of the sequels, but I was very unimpressed through the whole thing. Like very
Yeah, no, I don't think I've even made
unbothered.
it all the way through, to be honest.
Yeah, and I mean, we're forgetting about the scene with the alien itself. They capture one, don't they? Will Smith
Yeah,
captures a live
that
alien,
was quite
and the,
terrifying. That
the
was a
alien
bit of a jump
design's
scare in
amazing.
that.
I don't know who designed the alien in it. I'm gonna have a quick look.
Yeah, because he punches it, doesn't he? Will Smith punches it when he makes it
Knocks it
crash,
out after he
and it
crashes
jumps
it.
out. He said, "Welcome to Earth," and he like fucking socks it in the face,
Yeah,
knocks it out. And then he's dragging it through the desert, and he says, "I'm out here dragging your ass through the desert." And what the hell's that smell? And then starts kicking the shit out of it behind him.
oh, the alien species in it are called the Harvesters. I didn't know that.
Harvesters.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out to see who designed the damn thing. If anybody, if any like
It's
a
that
big
scene
name.
when they operate it and they take the exoskeleton away from it, peel it back, and it's there, and it's
It's
like
like an
just
alien
raw.
in a suit, isn't it? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah. But then
yeah,
it gets free. The tentacles move and grabs all of them, and fills the lab fills with smoke, doesn't it?
uh,
And they're going up to the glass front, and then suddenly bang, and it's right in the glass. It scared the
mhm.
shit out of me. That.
Because he's got it's what's he called, isn't it, from Star Trek? Data.
Yeah.
From he's a scientist. The voice was done by Frank Welker, Megatron.
Yeah, but Independence Day is right up there for me. It's probably in my top five sci-fi movies, easily right up there with the likes of the Star Wars movies and Back to the Futures and everything. The RoboCops, and it was just great. And I think it all stems from that experience of going to see it on the opening weekend, and it's just phenomenal experience, phenomenal film.
Oh yeah, it was great. I think it definitely like redefined blockbusters.
Mm.
Um, and sci-fi in general. I think sci-fi was always not small scale, but I think I don't know. For me, Independence Day seemed to make sci-fi like a genre to be taken seriously.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the time, particularly a little bit earlier than that, everybody was kind of thinking, "Oh, well, it's a Star Wars nerd, or it's a it's a Trekkie, it's a Trekkie geek."
Yeah, yeah, it was like spaceshipy pew pew laser type stuff.
Yeah,
Whereas,
and then
yeah,
made it become a bit more mainstream, didn't it?
it seemed to. I mean, it was a long time ago. Maybe it's just the way I was seeing things, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it seemed to sort of make that sort of sci-fi big sort of tentpole sci-fi films like an option. That's
Hmm.
something that could be really considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a good shout. That. Right, I've got a few that I'm not sure what to do with next. I'll get rid of the signal because I've talked about that. There's one which came out not too far away from Independence. Independence Day came out in '96. This one came out in '95.
Okay.
Called Screamers. Had nowhere near the level of technology or budget of Independence Day. Um, but I thought it was. I remember seeing it went like at the time when it came out, and I thought it was a proper solid film. It's based on a Philip K. Dick story, who's a sort of a legendary sci-fi writer, and he's inspired a lot of films and games and stuff. It's set on a planet that's been, I think it's like a mining planet or something, or it's some kind of like economically driven world. And the basic premise of it is the whole thing's been flattened by two different factions. I think it's like a like an Earth Union and the local mining union revolt or something, and they basically just tear the whole planet apart in this war. And it's set somewhat after that. And Peter Weller, RoboCop, he's a I think he's like a mercenary or something, or he's hired by one of them, or he works for one of these factions, and he's trying to cross the wasteland essentially to deliver a message to the other side, which will end the war essentially. But during the war, one of the sides scattered these little devices across the whole planet, and they like a little sphere, like a little ball that digs around under the sand, and they covered in blades and stuff, and they call them screamers because they make this screaming noise when they zooming around really fast,
All right.
and they
Okay.
like shoot out the sand and kill people, kind of like a landmine that chases you and murders you. But
Okay.
he's got this tag on. People wear these wrist tags that stop them from like mask you, so that they don't attack you. And the film's just about him and this. He's got like a snot nosed little newbie with him, crossing the wasteland, this radioactive wasteland, to deliver this message. And they meet like sort of survivors and scavengers and sort of different people from different factions along the way.
Yeah.
But the robots, the screamers, they starting to redesign themselves to be better, and they find like more advanced ones that like look like sort of they can run. They've got like legs and they can run around. They like little fucking lizard goblin things. Yeah, so the risk is on all sides really, and it's I don't know what the budget was like, if it was particularly low or high, but it was obviously not on Independence Day scale. But yeah, it's just like one of them proper solid '90s sci-fi films with a bit of horror, a bit of action, and yeah, Peter Weller, he's great in everything he's in, but yeah, he was really good in it. The screamers are really creepy, and as the film goes on, they get even creepier. Like because they can redesign themselves and they rebuild themselves as well. They repair themselves and they create more of themselves.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's like a permanent threat. They can't like get rid of the screamers. They can't sort of move somewhere where they aren't, because they'll just follow everyone and
They
they
just adapt. Yeah.
rebuild themselves. Yeah, and that's the central crux of it, is that they learn that they're going to have to sort of make peace because the screamers are starting to evolve. Essentially, they rebuild themselves better and different, and they learn and they getting clever. They're not just these like anti-personnel devices anymore. They're starting to think. They're starting to get
Yeah.
really
Becoming
clever.
sentient.
Yeah, so it's really good, really enjoyable.
Okay. I'm making lists of these now, so when we compile them, we tee them at the end, I can remember what we talked about.
Yeah, put them on what do you call it? Letterboxd on the list.
Right. We've done a couple of 90 ones. So I've got what's a modern one that I have, or a more modern one that I have is, let's do one of those. Okay, so I watched it this week actually. It was on, funny enough, it was on TV while I've been away this week. I think it's called, I might be mispronouncing this, possibly, but it's Alita, Battle Angel.
Yeah,
The one kind of like half animated, half kind of.
yeah. I just watched that a few weeks ago because I thought like I've not seen that Elite thing all the way through, so I stuck it on.
Yeah.
Just maybe 2 weeks ago.
And I think it's just good fun. Like, it's sci-fi where you need it to be sci-fi. It's actiony when it needs to be
Mm.
actiony. The fight scenes in it are very well choreographed. They've made Alita hard as fucking nails. And when she upgrades herself into the new suit, not only does it look spectacular, and it's the effects are gorgeous in it. It's deadly. It's visceral. Like, some of the fight scenes in it are so well shot that I don't know how they filmed it. I don't know if they filmed it with real people and then they replaced some of the kind of more dramatic effects.
Mm.
But some of the movements are they're not kind of, I don't know the way to put it. They're not kind of digital. Do you know if you watch kind of something that's not motion captured and you watch something that's completely CGI? If you watch like an
Yeah,
action scene in something in like an animated movie or something like that, you can kind of see where the frame rates come in, and you can see the animation skips. Everything was kind of fluid and flows, and the fights were very fluid, but had the impact. Everything felt solid, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good take. It's got another one of my favorite actors in who doesn't get any enough movies. Christoph Waltz. Sorry,
yeah,
he
yeah. He's
needs to
like
be
that
in
dad,
more.
isn't he? Like the scientist, like father figure type.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he's great. I don't know if they're going to do a sequel to it.
yeah, because it ended on a cliffhanger, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, she was like
and
trying to attack the bad guy's base or something. Yeah,
I
I
don't know
remember
how
that.
much money
Yeah.
it made. I don't know if it wasn't that it did or it didn't do as well as they thought it was going to do.
Mhm.
I'll just have a quick look now and see what the budget is. Yeah, so 61% Rotten Tomatoes. The budget was it cost 170 to make. Christ alive! And how much did it make in one weekend? And yeah, so they're probably not. So it cost them about 170 to make, and it made 400 worldwide. And they
Mm.
kind of use that maths to on where you need to make at least double, and
Uh,
then you start to make profit.
yeah, Hollywood maths is yeah,
Yeah.
Hollywood accounting.
So if it's not going over that, then they don't see it as profitable. Profitable, but it's a shame because I was thinking about putting it on the list, and I was just seeing it on this week when I was away, so I popped it on, and I just enjoyed it. It was just good. When I first started watching it, particularly the first time, I thought I don't know if I'm going to get away with a stylized way that this is being made. Like it's because it's very heavily stylized.
Yeah, what was an anime? Was it an anime or something or manga or
Yeah,
something like that?
it
Yeah,
was kind of built from there, but you can see it. You can see it in the movie, but you almost forget about it, and you almost just go with it
yeah.
and just enjoy it for just an action. I don't know
I enjoyed it.
what.
Like, yeah, it was. I mean, it was. Yeah, it was a bit daft, wasn't it? It was just like knockabout sort of. Yeah, sort of fun. Yeah, it was just like a daft fun
Yeah,
action
exactly.
film. I didn't think it came across too seriously or anything. I like the big dude who she fought a few times. It was
Yeah,
like a big
yeah, yeah.
giant fella with like he had like tentacle fingers,
The fingers, wasn't it?
drill
Yeah, yeah,
fingers. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, I like the fight with him. She chopped his face off or something, didn't she?
yeah. She like well, because he kind of like eviscerates. Is that the right word? Because
Oh
he
yeah,
like slices our whole
yeah,
body
he
to
chops
bits,
her up,
doesn't
doesn't he? Yeah, he chops her to bits.
he? Yeah,
Yeah.
and with the one good arm she's got left, she kind of jabs him through the eye and then breaks off that arm in his head. It's very fucking brutal. Yeah, but it's good. I'm just trying to see what people have said about it.
I
Like,
don't know. I don't know how it did at the time. I wasn't really paying much attention to it when it came out.
yeah, yeah. People just think it's rushed through the story. Weren't too much of a fan with the dialogue and felt cheesy and clunky.
I mean, I thought the same. Like it was very cheesy, but I thought that was kind of its vibe because it was
Yeah, it was
an
just the
anime
way it
or
is,
manga
isn't
or
it?
whatever it was. Like it was based on something. Yeah, it was based on something a bit cheesy, and I thought that's entirely what they were going for. Because I mean, she
Yeah,
looked a bit ridiculous with her big eyes, but it kind of fit in the world because it was a very cartoony world. Like there was the guy with the really like the pretty boy with the he had a metal body but a human face and stuff, and there was the guy with the dogs. He had like robot. He was like a robot cowboy dog dude. It was very cartoony, like and the whole where they were playing the chase with the ball, the sport thing when they were on
yeah.
roller skates or something. That
Oh
was
yes,
all.
yes,
It
yes,
was
yeah,
all
yeah.
very speed racery, very cartoony looking. Who did it? Was it James Cameron?
It was. I don't know. I'm just reading these. A lot of the critics are blaming like the film itself on the supporting characters. Like if you're judging a film on the supporting characters, I mean, come on, like what the fuck?
Remember any of them being
Released
that bad rated?
director Robert Rodriguez.
Rodriguez?
Cameron produced.
No, that'll be yeah. Well, I had Cameron in mind for some reason. That'll be why.
Yeah. So I was torn between putting that one in there, Alita Battle Angel, and the Ghost in the Shell remake.
Again, that's another one I watched like maybe a month or two ago because I
Yeah, and
because I was thinking like I can't remember what happens in that film.
it doesn't get positive feedback, but again, like I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's good. I think the effects are good. I think Scarlett Johansson's really good in it. I think the action's good in it. Like I've got no problem with the movie itself. Is it the original? No, not by a
Nah.
long shot. But it doesn't mean that you can't put it on and enjoy it.
Mm.
Yeah,
I remember it looked great. Like I remember, yeah. I mean,
yeah, it looked
it
fucking fantastic. The
there's loads of
trailers were
really,
great.
really loads of really cool stuff in it. You know, like the weapons and stuff were really cool, and a partner with the white hair.
With the white
He
hair.
was he was a really cool dude. Yeah, it was very stylish. But I mean, the original's very stylish, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, it was quite
Yeah.
creepy. Some of the scenes in it. Again,
Oh yeah,
I
the
didn't
bad
want
guy. I forget what his name was. Like the antagonist, the guy who they're looking for. He's
to.
like the half machine guy. He was a bit creepy the way he talked, stuff like that.
Yeah, it
'Cause He
was.
was he was like broken, wasn't he? He was all knackered and
Yeah,
made out of
like
metal
kind of
parts and stuff.
jitted and jutted around.
Yeah, his speech didn't work properly. It was yeah, that was really cool. I can't really remember much what happened in the anime, to be honest. It's been that long since I watched it. So I can't remember the original story much. I remember she died. Well, her body got smashed up, didn't it?
Yeah, got wrecked.
And she got put in a new body at the end of the anime, where I can't remember much of what happened story wise. It's been a long time since I watched the original Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, but both good, both enjoyable,
Mm.
both from the same kind of niche, if you like. Was it?
Anime
Is it fair to say that? Yeah, I think so.
survivalists, yeah, yeah. I mean, they share the same DNA because they're both from a like a Japanese anime manga background, US remakes of. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we might get an Alita sequel one day. Finish the
Yeah, we got
story
to go
because
straight to Disney.
I know nothing about the story, so
Yeah, Disney
I
will end up with it. Disney will make a sequel for it.
yeah, oh yeah.
It'll end up
Yeah,
straight to Disney Plus.
they'll just AI the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, save a fortune. Right, I've got a couple left. I'm going to say one because I do really like it. It's called Europa Report. It came out 2013.
I've heard of that.
It's got a couple of famous people in. Michael Nyquist, Charlotte Copley, Vickers van der Meer. He's in
Hmm.
it. Embeth Davids. It's about the sender a manned astronaut expedition to Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, because they
Yeah,
suspect that there could be life there. I think they detect liquid water on this moon, so they send a team of astronauts up there, the best of the best, to to go and examine really and see what's going on there. It's quite dry, like it's not like there's not a great deal of action. A lot of it's like just the sort of struggles of going to space, like way out into space and accepting the fact that it's a very dangerous, very distant mission. Like you're going beyond the frontiers of what man's ever done before. It's not
yeah,
like it's not set in the super future. They don't have talking computers and stuff. It's like Star Trek shit. It's a bit more advanced than now, but it's not that advanced. It's still very dangerous, and yeah, it's there's a few bits and stuff happens on the way. It's not just entirely just boring and nothing happens, but
yeah,
yeah, it's a very atmospheric, very stylish, and quite sort of toned down. Not very. It's not thriller minute. It's not full of action, but it is a really good science fiction film. It's like it's very much a sci-fi film. It's not actiony or anything, or it's not horror or anything like that.
mm,
Aspects to it. Um, yeah,
yeah.
I
I
really
sometimes like
enjoyed it.
films like that though. Like I enjoyed for the similar reason I enjoyed The Martian.
Yeah, mhm. I mean, it's even more dry than that. It's almost like a documentary. I can't remember if it's filmed documentary style or if it's all like if they're video logs and stuff, or if there's like actual scenes, like shot scenes.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I can't remember now because it's been a couple of years since I watched it. But it's one of
Holy
them that
shit.
I can always put on and enjoy it because it's not. I don't want to say it's like a background movie, but it's just very it's very comfy to watch in a weird way. It's hard to explain, but yeah. Anyway, they go on this trip to Europa, and yeah, different. There's a few events happen, a few exciting sort of accidents and catastrophes and things like that happen along the way. But yeah, if you're into a real sciencey sort of dry science fiction affair, it's really good. It's great, and it's something that's almost like I say, almost documentary. You
Yeah,
could see it happening. It's the kind of thing where if it didn't have one or two famous people in it, it could be real. You could be watching something from like 10 years time actually happening. Very believable.
sounds good. Sounds interesting. Like
Yeah,
more, like equally as interesting. I'm reading it. I don't know how accurate it is, but Google's telling me that the movie itself had a budget of less than 10 million.
that doesn't surprise me. It's I think most of it is done through like blogs of the astronauts talking to the cameras, like just talking to camera with like a set behind them. And there's a few scenes of other stuff, but I think the vast majority of it is just them in this ship, which will just be a set. It'll be like a couple of sets.
Yeah, fuck no. Well, saying that, probably good. It only cost 10 million because it made fuck all money in the cinema.
Oh no, no, yeah, that'll never made out.
Yeah, but I mean, the reviews for it, they look great. Yeah, everybody's got positive things to say about it.
It's one of them things where anytime I see it getting mentioned on like say like Reddit or something, every time it gets mentioned, every people always say like it's massively underrated and it's a really good science fiction film. If you went to see it at the cinema expecting like a sci-fi movie, you'll have probably been like, "What this is like watching the fucking news," you know? Like it's not particularly exciting. It does have some good exciting scenes in it, but it's not like a movie exciting. It's more like watching a really like riveting documentary than watching an exciting film. You know, that's more the vibe that it's got about it, like a really good documentary. But yeah, everybody who sees it seems to think it's really good. It's just it'll never done well because of like when it came out because they probably expecting one thing and getting another. You know,
Yeah,
because I think these days people they hear sci-fi and they expect Independence Day. You know,
yeah, they want
aliens and
Independence
lasers
Day.
and spaceships and you know like robots and stuff like that and Terminators and shit.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of sci-fi out there that's just, you know, like you got your primers and your pi and stuff like that. That's like hard sci-fi, you know, which is
yeah.
a bit dry and a bit sciency, you know, like a little bit cerebral. Yeah, but Europa Report is one of those. But yeah, very good film.
Good. That will go on the list. Go on the flip side of that, and I will talk about the next one, which is very much the opposite of that. Very much away from being a thinking sci-fi movie to just absolute, complete, visceral sci-fi action. There's a couple of underlying plots in the story that I couldn't really give a toss about because I wanted to say it for one thing and one thing only. Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great
Just
film.
have the massive fucking robots fighting the massive fucking kaiju in the middle of a city doing some really cool shit.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. Don't get me wrong. I think they pushed it too far with the second one. The second one felt like a Power Ranger movie.
No, I haven't seen it. I heard so many bad reviews about it that I just gave up the ghost. I didn't
No,
bother.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it on. It is literally feels like a Power Rangers movie. And as much as I'm saying I don't care about the underlying stories, at least there was a tone to the first one. You could see it had a clear
Mm.
path.
Mhm.
It had a beginning, a middle, and an end. You could see the character's growth and development through it. You could see where everybody was going to ultimately end up, and then it was splattered with all the great sci-fi and the
Mm.
mind melding to pilot the
Ah, yeah,
Jaegers.
to run the things. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was very comic booky. Like it had like it had like character archetypes. You know that were
yeah,
very
yeah, definitely, hundred
yeah,
percent, hundred
which
percent.
is I don't want to say stereotypical. You know, like
It kind of
the a
did,
little bit
like,
like
kind of
one
did.
note in a way,
Yeah, like
but
Idris
but
Elba
it
played like a kind of stereotypical kind of like drill sergeant, didn't he, when he was
yeah
training them
you
in the
like your
camp?
ball busting captain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And then there was like kind of like the rebel kind of like he was like the top of the class, and then the new boy came in and kind of knocked him
yeah,
off his
like
roost.
the fallen hero sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, with a tragic past, and then there's yeah
yeah, and then there's always one which in Pacific Rim's kind of world was the girl who wasn't allowed to be a pilot, and she's one of the best fucking pilots
yeah
on the squad.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It's full of like classic tropes, like and yeah, archetypes, but all the more fun for it. I
all the
think
more
that
fun
made it
for it.
more enjoyable is that
Yeah, definitely,
it really
definitely.
was
And
like
like
a
I say,
comic book come to life.
like going to see the human stories in those movies isn't what I go to see those movies for.
Nobody watches Godzilla for the human bits.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Yeah, it's good to have some sort of story behind it, but you don't want to spend all your time on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's, at the end of the day, it's about robots popping monsters on the head, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, great, yeah, great film. Saw it at the cinema, loved it, really enjoyed it. Uh, yeah, got nothing bad to say about it, really.
Oh,
Um,
I don't. Well, you would if you seen the second one. Fuck me. You
yeah,
should try.
I
You
mean,
should try at some point. Put the second one on. See how far you make it through it.
I don't think I can be asked. I mean, I saw the trailers, and one thing that stuck out to me in the trailers, like you said, Power Rangers, it looked the robots, they just like ran around really fast and they were very weightless, and they were sort of, they would do big mega jumps and flips and stuff,
Yeah.
and whereas in the first film they looked like they had weight, they moved
Yeah.
slowly and you could see the parts moving and things, and yeah, there was a lot of weight and sort of scale to them. You could tell they were big and very heavy and stuff. Whereas the trails that I saw for the second one, they were just, it was like video game stuff. They were
Yeah.
doing
They might as well have
backflips
been
and
massive fucking Transformers
yeah,
from Michael Bay movies.
just
Just
no weight to them whatsoever, or like, or even scale. They just looked, yeah, no, yeah, nah. I'll not bother. I'll save my time. I've not got long left in the world, man, so I can't be wasting it on Pacific
I've
Rim
not got
2.
long left in the world. Fucking hell. Jesus
My
Christ.
time's running out.
But oh fucking hell. I'm gonna clip that and put it on a reel. Might get some more views. All right then.
Got
Go
long
on
left.
then. Get another one. We're on about 55 minutes, so we'll do another one each. So I'm
Another
just
one
trying to
each.
line them.
Which one? Which one can I do? Which one can I do? Right. Right. I'm not going to do that one because it's boring as shit. I think we might have touched on it before, but Fortress,
Yes, we have touched
1992.
on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
banging sci-fi film. That absolute art. It is Christophe Lambert,
Christophe Lambert.
set in a world where there's like limited resources, and therefore there's a child limit imposed on one child limit on all couples. Christopher Walken and his lovely Mrs. What's her name now? Lauren Lachlan.
Yeah.
They have a child, the child dies, and then she gets pregnant again, which is illegal. You're not allowed to do that, so they get
Yeah.
thrown in jail. And
Yeah.
it's like a big underground mega jail, corporate mega jail that's buried underground, and it's got like 100 layers that go all the way down, and it's full of high tech systems to stop people escaping and to keep them behaved. Like intestinators, everybody gets an intestinator fitted,
Yeah, that
and it
sounds wrong.
gives you chronic pain if you misbehave, and if you misbehave too much, it'll kill you. It'll explode and you die. Yeah, and Christoph gets thrown in this jail, and it's full of badasses and wacky characters. The jail warden, the prison director, whatever you want to call him, the boss of the jail is Kurtwood Smith from RoboCop, Clarence.
Clarence. Yeah.
Yeah, and and of course Christoph decides that he is going to escape from the place. He's had enough of the shit. He's had enough of this intestinator bullshit, and he wants to break out. And attempt he does, just like classic '90s shit. Really, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just complete pap, but it's so enjoyable. It's full of like cheesy one-liners and some great like practical effects. Loads of like bloody sort of, like you see a couple of intestinated guts getting blown out and stuff.
I can imagine it now. I've never seen it, but I can imagine it now. I can imagine the kind of
Really like
he's
gauzy
kind of over the
plasticky
top gore
sets,
from
like yeah,
yeah.
very like all really hard lighting. Everything's really like lit really hard and sort of and everything. Yeah, you can see all the sets where they join together and stuff. It's yeah, cheese, just very cheesy and very enjoyable. Like it's a proper like movie night with the lads kind of movie. Just ridiculous. But yeah, great film. I've not seen it in quite some time, but I had it on video as a kid. One of the few videos we had, and it was just never off. It was one of them that was just always on.
Yeah, it needs me to put on. We'll stick that on.
Quite a few famous people as well. Jeffrey Combs, he's in it. I'm just looking now. He's like a scientist, not a scientist, but yeah, he's like a brains, like a brainy kind of smart guy character. Clifton Collins Jr., who's in Pacific Rim. I think he's just like a shit talking little street kid, who's in a cell. He's like his cellmates.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Plenty of action, some like good actiony scenes at the end, some creepy stuff as well, some really creepy stuff, some great practical effects and sets. Even though the sets are really like gaudy and a bit fake and plasticky looking, still really all built stuff. Not much green screen work. Yeah, great film, brilliant. Never gets talked about now, but it was great.
yeah. Cool.
Come
What should
on
I
then,
do
let's
for
have
my
it.
last one? Go on then. So a couple of honourable mentions that I've got down. I'll run through quickly some of the other ones I had on the list. So I had the Dune movies, the remakes. They were on the list because they're fantastic.
Bangers, yeah, great films.
Bangers, absolute fucking bangers. Timothy Chalamet, like who would have known that he'd be? I mean,
Yeah,
look,
aye, yeah, you carried them films, like, to be
fucking
fair to the
hell.
lad. Aye. Hell of a task for a young lad, like, to take on two Dune films.
Yeah, definitely
Um,
fucking outstanding, outstanding. Big shout out. And I never thought I'd be shouting out fucking Timothy Chalamet, but Jesus Christ,
did you not like Willy
fuck,
Wonka?
nah,
You not like it? I fucking loved
nah,
that.
doesn't it?
I thought it was going to be complete cack.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be a complete turd, and then I watched it, and I fucking loved it.
gets a lot of praise. Everybody loves it. It's
I
just
thought it was
I can't get
great.
away with
I
it.
even like the songs. I love that first song, that Silver Sixpence one. Brilliant, fucking brilliant. I honestly, unironically enjoyed the shit out of that film. Yeah, and I desperately wanted to hear it, but I couldn't. It was just great, great film.
I might have to
Yeah,
put it on for the
a lot
kids.
of
See what the
heart,
kids think
just
of it.
loads of heart in it. Yeah,
Real Steel, Hugh Jackman,
yeah. Real
the
steel.
boxers. Great movie. Great, great
Yeah,
movie. The
really,
little interface, just
really weird film. Like,
family friendly fun.
yeah, and the ending as well when like he's fighting
Oh yeah,
with
and
the
he's
robot.
fucking giving it all
Yeah,
of
and the
this, and
kids, and it's
he's
like goes into slow motion. Oh man, it's
bobbing
just
and
so good.
weaving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so good.
and the kid's like mesmerized by the robot and like
He's watching his dad
mesmerized
do.
by
Yeah,
him.
he's and the robot's in the background. Yeah,
Class,
brilliant film.
class.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah,
Right up my street. Great. Other end of that spectrum, Species. I'll cut down.
Yeah, Natasha Henstridge.
Natasha
She was on
Henstridge.
all of our walls as a kid.
She
Man,
was on
what a woman.
all of everything as a kid. Lost in Space. I've got on there.
Banger. Amazing
Banger.
soundtrack.
Amazing
Like
soundtrack.
Apollo 440. Oh,
Yeah. We talked about
yeah,
before. Great soundtrack. Again, good fun. Good fun. Matt LeBlanc, fucking just bringing the one-liners, bringing the action.
yeah,
And it was a shame he didn't do more action because I quite enjoyed him in that. But never mind. And then I've got like the big hitters, the Ghostbusters, the Trons, the Star Wars,
yeah.
the Back to the Futures, all the other kind of ones that
Mhm.
everybody knows and everybody's talked about 1,000 times. But the last one we'll talk about is a one again from the 90s that I had in my video player constantly because it was great fun. Was Demolition Man.
I was just about to say Demolition Man. I was
Demolition
I
Man.
was going to say it has to get an honourable mention. Demolition Man was amazing.
Demolition
It
Man
was the
was
same for me. Never out the video player.
yeah, never
Never
other
out.
video player.
Yeah,
Never other video player.
so funny. Wesley Snipes, just
Oh man,
when he
he's
first
brilliant.
gets out,
When he first
absolutely
gets out,
amazing.
I
When
was
he's
going to
like
say, and he's on
terrorizing
the
everyone. Yeah,
do you know when he's on like the totem, like the computer interface on the corner of the street, and he's
it's like
typing
a
away.
it's like a phone box type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's like, "Fuck,
aye,
I'm possessed," and it
yeah,
goes,
because he can.
"You have
Yeah,
been fined 1 imperial credit," and it's like, and he goes, "Fuck you," and he goes, "You have been fined one
yeah,
imperial credit," and the police have been notified, and then they pull up behind him, and he goes, "Fuckers are fast too."
yeah. I still say that all the time. Always say that. Fuckers are fast too.
Fuckers are fast too. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, brilliant film. Absolutely brilliant. Again, that peak. He's trashy,
Oh yeah.
nonsense sci-fi, just complete bullshit.
Oh yeah.
But so enjoyable. Like,
So
yeah,
enjoyable.
like
Really good fun.
original
Really good
like
cast.
ideas. Yeah, great
Great
fucking great
action.
casts. The cast is absolutely stacked. Like, yeah, it's hard to believe how many famous people are in it
Yeah, it is.
when you watch it back again.
But it's got those bits of humor in it are great. Like
It's funny as hell. Yeah, like
yeah, between the
Sly's
sci-fi, the action,
one-liners and
the
stuff.
comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Phoenix is he's just constantly joking throughout the whole
yeah,
thing.
it's
Yeah,
great. Do you know when he's in the?
what's your
Oh
boggle?
god, it makes me laugh. Makes me laugh my fucking arse off every time. And it's a very visual thing, so I'll probably not be able to get it pulled off very well across obviously the podcast. But when he's in the museum and he's looking for weapons, and he sees like the container of the weapons behind the glass, and he goes to punch the glass, and he punches it, but the glass
Yeah.
doesn't break, and he goes, "Oh
Uh,
fuck me!" and he's bouncing about the room like holding
yeah,
his
he's like
fist.
waving his hand. It's proper like comedy, like physical comedy stuff. Yeah, it's almost
Yeah,
slapstick.
yeah. And then
Yeah,
he sees the guy come across, and he goes, "How much do you weigh?" And
but
he says, "Oh, I
shit.
don't know," and he just fucking throws him through the glass.
Yeah, he was great in it. Like he was
Great.
an amazing bad guy in it.
Well, he was pulling all the guns, and he goes, "Hold on a minute, this is the future. Where's the fucking laser
Yeah,
guns?" And
where's
he
the
finds that the big
the
fucking
phaser guns? Yeah,
the phaser.
he gets that
Great.
big laser gun, doesn't he? Yeah, I was honestly when you were talking about there, I was thinking this is going to be Demolition Man because it was the same for me. Yeah, we never had it off. Brilliant film.
It was great. The action there. What was the creepy guy called? The guy
Peak
like
Sandra Bullock.
Peak Sandra Bullock. Peak
Oh,
Sandra Bullock. Yeah. She was great. When she takes him back to the room and they're talking, she says, "Do you want to have sex?" And she gets like
yeah,
the
and
head
the
visor
helmets.
thing that she puts on him, and he's like, "What the
Aye,
fuck is this?"
fucking helmets. Aye, yeah, brilliant film.
The
Yeah,
three seashells.
the three seashells. Yeah, how do the three seashells work?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
knows. Sly goes over to the machine and he goes, "You rat stain motherfucking piece of shit."
yeah,
It's going
spitting it
bam,
out.
bam, bam, bam.
Aye, yeah. What were we going to say? The creepy guy. Who's the creepy guy in it?
The one who's Snipes' boss. You know, like his proper leech of a not of an actor,
Oh yes,
but he plays a leech of a character.
because he kills him in the end, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, what's it called?
Let's have a look at it. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name.
1993. Okay, now.
93, Hell's Teeth. I was 11 when that came out.
Yeah.
I never saw it until we got the video from Britannia Video Club. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Blast from the past. It was on the back of every magazine, wasn't it? Britannia
Mm.
Video Club. Nigel Hawthorne.
Nigel Hawthorne, that's him.
He's Dr. Raymond Cocteau. That was his name,
Yeah.
Cocteau.
Jack Black's in it. Is Jack Black in fucking
Apparently,
Demolition Man?
Wasteland Scrap number 2. He just must be a background actor.
Yeah. Sandra Bullock, Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone. It doesn't get much better than that in the 90s.
Dennis Leary, of course. He was the underground leader, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Edgar
yeah.
Friendly.
Edgar
You
Friendly.
must kill Edgar Friendly.
You must kill.
Find Edgar Friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his head's full of shit, isn't it? Phoenix, they've programmed him full of stuff to be a terrorist.
Yeah.
Give him kung fu skills and gun skills, and yeah, because he look up all the stuff that he put in the heads. And
Yeah.
Sly gets knitting, doesn't he, to make him calm?
Yeah. It's fucking great. I'm just looking at some of the quotes now. Like John Spartan. Now, I mean, how much of a cool 90s name is that for
Oh,
fucking
I mean, it
Snipes?
doesn't get any cooler than that, does it?
John
Yeah,
Spartan. Yeah.
John Spawn.
When a man like Phoenix has a gun to your head, 10 seconds is 9.5 seconds longer than you have to live. Oh, yeah, because Huxley's Sandra Bullock keeps getting the quotes the wrong way around, isn't she? Because she's a proper fangirl.
Yeah, yeah,
And she
yeah.
goes,
We've got some asses to
he's
lick.
finally meat. He's finally matched his meat.
His mates.
You really
Yeah,
licked his ass.
yeah. She's obsessed
That's
with it, isn't she?
met his match and kicked his ass. Oh, God, there must be memes of this movie flying about all over because the quotes in it, the lines in it are great.
I mean, it's probably too old now.
We're
I was
police
looking at.
officers. We're not trained to handle this kind of violence.
Yeah, that was.
As
That
Schneider, wasn't it?
I was going to say, was that Rob Schneider? Yeah, it
Yeah, I
was,
think it
wasn't
was
it?
Schneider. It wasn't in it for long.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, he worked at the police station, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the images. I remember there was a Super Nintendo game of it. Fucking hard as nails. Yeah, I want to watch Demolition Man this weekend and enjoy
Yeah,
every minute of it,
I
of the
mean,
madness of it.
that in the sci-fi aspect is great as well. Like the cryopods that get in with those little crystals that freeze the
That
water
drops the
super
little chip in.
fast. I tell you what, I bet we're not far away from the time when it's meant to have been set as well.
Yeah, let's have a look. It's going to be depressing, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
2032.
Yeah, fucking hell. 7 years.
Yeah, not far away. Oh well, that's something to look forward to, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a little over the hour. Did you have any other honourable mentions you wanted to throw in?
I mean, I've got a couple. One's Life Force, which is like from the 80s. 85. It's from sci-fi horror, sci-fi horror-ish. It's a bit. It's got its scary moments. Toby Hooper directed it. It's about some people, some astronauts who on a mission they encounter this ship full of like these pods, like they like bats, like
Mm-hmm.
curled up like bat alien creature things on a ship, the spaceship that they find, like an alien ship. And there's some humans in there as well, some naked human bodies they find in there as well with them, in these containers, these like crystal container type things. So they take the humans and some of the bat remains back with them to Earth to study, to see why the why the humans like floating in space essentially,
Yeah.
and they turn out to be like a type of space vampire. Like they like suck energy force out of people.
Fucking hell.
It's yeah and they just wreak havoc. You know, like they go on like a rampage and they start sort of draining life forces left, right, and center from everyone. And it's this just like a they can change the way they look. They can like shape shift into
Yeah.
like different forms and different people and things like that. Yeah, and it's like this sort of race against time essentially for like these scientists to catch them and kill them. Yeah, it's a great movie, great effects, some brilliant effects in it. I can't see immediately who did the effects, but there's some really good effects in it. There's a lot of nakedness as well because one of the space vampires, this lady space vampire, she spends most of the movie walking around with no clothes on. Um, because they very like ethereal. They don't like talk or anything like. They just sort of like they just
Yeah, it's just a
like
presence.
they just unbothered and they just walk around like not caring about anything. And they sort of suck the life out of people, and the people turn into these little dry little sort of mummy looking little things. But then
Yeah.
when they wake up, they suck the life energy out of other people as well, and it spreads like that. And everybody's sucking the energy out of each other.
Yeah.
And if they don't get any more, if they don't get any more energy from people, they basically just turn to dust and blow up. So they have to get on top of it before it wipes out the world. Great film, great soundtrack, like brilliant music, intro music, very much of its time. But yeah, it's a great watch. It's like a proper 80s rom. Plenty violent, spooky bits. Plenty nakedness if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
great
right, cool.
film. Love Life Force,
Cool.
and that's it. I think that's all my honourable mentions.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's a good list. Like I say, I'm noting all these down now, so when it comes to the time, we can run through and hash out where we would tier them or what kind of tier we would put them in, and then we
I will
can
do some
transfer
tears
that
at
and
some
put
point,
it
won't we?
into
Yeah.
drop it into a letterbox. Okay. But thanks for listening. Catch us again next week for thrillers. Next week.
Thrillers. Oh, that's going to be a
Thrillers.
get my thinking cap onto
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'll have to get my thinking cap on for that one as well. Yeah, but remember to like, follow, subscribe, share, favourite, do everything that you do on all the socials. It really helps us. It's really appreciated.
Tell Men's
Um,
Equilibrium's really good in the comment.
no, do not tell me. Well, you can tell us all you fucking want. To be fair, I'm not going to listen to it. Really, like as many of you can tell me that Equilibrium is good as you want, and I will do the same thing. I will tell these fucking idiots on a regular that you're wrong. So, sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. All right, thanks for listening,
Uh,
guys. We'll catch you next week.
Bye.